Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I am Kellie Raspberry Evans with my new part and also my longtime partner, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Yep, changed the part in my hair, honey. Do you know exactly how many people have noticed?
Honestly, I didn't notice. When you walked in the other day, you had to tell me. I noticed there's something was different, but I couldn't tell what it was.
You know who noticed the part in my hair? The only person that's noticed and commented on me changing the part in my hair, which is a huge deal for a woman.
Part-time Justin.
No.
Boss man George.
No.
Big Al.
No?
You
gonna keep going or let me just blow it?
Just blow it.
Russ face.
Wow.
Wow.
And that some bitch doesn't notice anything.
Russ face. Yeah. Well, apparently he notices a lot from the Kid Craddock morning show. A little
nationally
behind the scene.
syndicated.
Yeah, he noticed. So changed the part of my hair. I don't know how I feel about it because my face is lopsided. If you're watching on the YouTube channel as we record this live, you can check it out for yourself and see how you feel about it. But my face is lopsided, and I'm not sure if this is the right part for me, but we're going to go with it for a minute.
I like it. I think it looks very nice.
You know, when you leave the salon and the salon people do your hair, ladies, you may notice when they blow it dry, it's so flat, for me at least. But I let it go for a couple days because it's clean. I don't want to do it. So the next time, I probably shampoo my hair either tonight or tomorrow, and then start styling it on my own, and then we'll see how I feel about it. But right now, we're going with let's see. I was right to left. Now I'm left to right. Wait, is that right? Where am I? I was left to right. Now I'm right to left.
Would Jose Hebert approve?
I don't know. But I've heard it's important to give your part a rest every once in a while so you don't go balding there.
Your hair's like cement.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told me. And I'm not trying to make this about me, but notice anything different about my hair?
It's a little fluffier. It's getting a little longer.
It's getting long, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting long.
Yeah. I'm very hair conscious on this podcast.
I'm growing it out, babe.
To what end? What's the goal? What's the end game?
I think I've reached a point in my life where I kind of don't care as much anymore about my hair. So I'm just letting it grow.
This isn't COVID, Alan, is it? It's not going like that.
No, because that was just ungroomed. I think I'm trying to get to a place. I'm just not sure what that place is. I think it's like, remember Christian Bale in the original Batmans?
I didn't watch that.
He had nice hair in those. I'm going for that.
Was it longer?
It was longer. I'm going for that.
For me, I envision you're moving into like a Kenny Rogers / Steve from Stranger Things. Slash. I'm doing like Slash. Yeah. Joe Keery is his real name. My daughter's obsessed.
He's got big hair.
He's got big hair. You're heading down that direction.
I didn't hit record on that. I guess it doesn't matter. Or does it?
Hit it now just to be on the safe side, and we'll just do a fake restart for everybody.
No, I think it does.
What?
I think it does matter.
It starts the whole thing over?
I think. I don't know. No, because see, it's given us input there when we talk. Okay, watch. Stop talking.
What happens?
See, that light means that it's recording.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just hit this just in case.
Just be on the safe side. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Love It. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan.
Hey, Trade in the house.
We're just going to pretend like the first half of the show didn't happen, just in case that's a problem. But listen, I have an emergency announcement.
Oh.
This is a big deal.
Hold on.
What? Did y'all?
Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
Did y'all see that Britney Spears got arrested last night?
Did she really?
Yeah, DUI.
Oh.
She got popped in Ventura County, California. And now, as of this is what we know as of recording this podcast on Thursday afternoon, March the 5th. But on Wednesday night, about 9:30 in Ventura County, California, Britney Spears pulled over. I don't know if they saw her weaving, speeding. I don't know. All we know, TMZ says, is she was pulled over, arrested for DUI. She was taken in, booked, and released at 6 o'clock this morning. And I just checked TMZ before we started recording to see if there was any updates on it. And since then, because we found out about it roughly about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning Central Time, they also found some sort of substance in her car that they are testing. And if that's something bad, she could be charged with way worse than DUI. But I mean, how many substances can you find that need to be tested? Right?
Quite a few.
But I'm like, okay, I could eat white cheddar popcorn, and that has a lot of white cheddar dust.
Stop talking.
And they could test that dust and say, that's just white cheddar cheese dust. Or it could be some other type of substance that needed to be tested. I'll tell you, Rustface, a second Rustface mention of the podcast, came bursting into the Kid Craddock Morning Studios this morning.
Nationally syndicated.
Did you see the latest on did you see what happened to Britney Spears? And I'll be honest, the first thought I had was dark. I was afraid that he was going to say,
or you thought she was a goner.
That's when he said that, when he burst in the room like that, that's the first thought I had. So is it bad to be somewhat relieved that it was, I say this in quotations, only a DUI arrest, which is horrible, but that she's alive? So that was my first thought. So I don't know. We'll probably, by the time this podcast hits the distributor or whatever, whoever does that, that's beyond
the distributor.
That's beyond my expertise. I'm just the talent, as I always remind everybody. I'm just the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll know more. But poor Britney, man, my heart just breaks for her.
I know her social media is always a little strange, but man,
very frantic.
I saw one the other day, and I'm like, she just doesn't look well. She doesn't look well.
I know, it's bad. It's bad. So that's my late breaking news for those of you who keep up with, pop culture and things of that nature.
Well, we got a lot of news on this podcast, babe. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It's sad, but it's good stuff. People want to know.
I want to know.
People want to know. Just quick update. I know we mentioned hats on the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
First shipment is out.
We still have some left.
Still have a few left, but I got those shipped out.
You were Johnny on the spot, as they say.
So if you ordered a hat, it's on the way. It's in the mail. Now, if you don't know what in the hell I'm talking about, go to www.
Not necessary to say that.
Oh, okay. Go to kellyanallen.com/shop.
Yeah. After we did the last podcast, Alan realized we still have the shop set up on kellyanallen.com.
Forgot I had a shopping cart.
Forgot.
I just had everybody emailing me. I was just going to give out my Venmo, and I'm like, just go there. You can order there.
You have to know how to spell Kellie and Allen.
KELLIE.
And
ALLEN.com/shop. Promo code. Oh, there's no promo code. No promo code. Flat $5 shipping, which I think is reasonable.
Look, it's reasonable because, as Alan told me, it's costing us $6 to ship them each.
No, more than that.
And he had to order boxes.
Yes.
So we're already in the hole just to ship these out.
This isn't.
I know a lot of people
this isn't a money making.
We're not
operation.
trying to make money. We're literally just trying to clear out some things that we have.
Yes. Okay, so that's the update on hats.
You are going to love Legacy Box. Becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They are the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel.
Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaiza color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code sandwich so they know we sent you.
Another clothing related story that I wanted to get into.
Okay.
Kelly knows all about this. This was.
I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Well, I'd like you to chime in. I'd like you to.
All right. I'll interject.
Add color where you can. And also stick around, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean podcast listener, because on this podcast, in addition to this story about clothing I'm about to share, Kelly and I will also share a clapback. We've got that coming.
Kelly and I will? Do I know about it?
Well, I will share it. And so Kelly's clapback is back in a big way. It's been a while, but we'll get into that. And also, A-Train, your favorite podcaster, A-Train, was part of a BOTA match. It's been a while there, too. It's been a while since I've been in a BOTA match. So I will describe what happened to me. And this was on the family text, remember?
I was an observer, not a commenter on the family text. I've learned.
So if we can get to it, those are all the things I want to get to.
Well, you better get started.
Okay.
That sounds like a long podcast.
Okay. Our friend, Bad Influence Jeff, he is doing a lot of closet cleaning, purging, because Jeff has been working hard and he's lost a lot of weight, a tremendous amount of weight. So one thing about Jeff, my friend Jeff, our friend Jeff, and I think we've touched on this a little bit over the years, Jeff dresses really nice. He is a nice dresser. He's a dapper.
They call them clothes horses.
Yes,
the clothes horse.
He's very dapper. My friend.
I don't know
Jeff.
why they call them clothes horses.
I don't know. I'm
But
not
they do.
sure. Jeff likes clothes.
I think in my undegreed, psychology degree, which I do not have a degree in, therefore I am undegreed, that Jeff is addicted to shopping.
You think
That's
so?
my opinion. He likes to shop.
The thrill?
He likes the thrill of the purchase. That's just me.
Well, I kind of get it. I'm not a huge shopper, but I like to look at clothes too.
There's something about buying something new. It's exciting. I get it. It's a little high. I tried to explain that to my daughter, who always has to buy the new thing. I said, look, I get it. There's a thrill in shopping. But then, somebody's got to pay for it. And Emma Kelly's not paying for it. So
I go back to when Jeff and I went to the Grammys time in 2020. And in our time there was a Barney's
going out of business
in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Dime, and it was going out of business. Exactly.
Right.
So they were having this 90% off sale. They were giving stuff away basically, but still it was expensive.
Still kind of expensive. Yeah. When you got $1,000 t-shirt 90% off, it's still expensive.
Yeah. So this was my first kind of exposure to Jeff in
his element.
Yeah. Babe, this was a 6 or 7 story building. Huge floors. Think of a Macy's, but bigger, 7 stories. I like to look around, but man, after 4 or 5 hours, I was done.
Meet you back at the hotel.
And he was still, no, man, there is stuff to be found here.
Yeah.
There is stuff to be found. And we did find some good deals, but I don't
remember what you got. Did you get anything?
I got a freaking Armani, like, light jacket, and not like Armani Exchange, like Armani. This thing was, I think it was like $2,500 when it was retail.
Yeah.
I think I got it for like, I don't know, $250 or something. It was crazy. And
still kind of pricey.
And I still wear it. I still wear it.
Got it.
Okay, back to Jeff. So Jeff has lost a lot of weight. He's got a closet full of clothes. So I went over to his house.
He doesn't have a closet full of clothes.
He's got rooms.
He's got rooms full of clothes.
Rooms. So I went over to help Jeff this weekend sort through his stuff and get it organized, because what he wants to do, he wants to sell some, he's going to donate some, and he kicked A-Train some too.
Alex came home with a bag full of shirts, a couple pair of pants,
a trash bag full
You're
of
wearing some of your Jeff pants now.
Wearing Jeff pants now. So those were the kind of the 3 piles we organized the stuff into. Babe, and as Kelly knows, I was over there all day doing this. Trash bags full. A room that's a 12 by 12 room full, the entire floor full of clothing. Why do I tell you this?
Why?
Good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener.
Because I've already heard it.
Because here is the offer that Jeff has proposed, and we were talking about this. Now, when I say these are nice clothes, we're talking high-end stuff. Like,
there's some medium ends. I mean, there's all sorts of price ranges.
All sorts of price ranges, but Jeff
stuff you'd find at Dillard's, stuff you'd find at Barney's, and everything in between.
Right. Not that there's anything wrong with Wally World or Target.
That's not his jam.
Jeff doesn't shop there. He shops at Dillard's at the low end, Nordstrom, and then up and up and up and up and up and up.
Right.
He's got a closet full of Gucci shirts.
Right.
Full of Louis Vuitton shirts. I mean, I'm talking
Christian Louboutin shoes.
Christian Louboutin, whatever that is.
All the red bottoms.
He's got it. Tom Ford, Armani.
We get it.
Okay. All the good brands. Here's what Jeff wanted me to do on this podcast. He wants me to give you his cell phone number.
This is crazy.
Because we were talking about this, and he's like, I'm going to put this on Facebook Marketplace and just have people come over and rummage through and I was like, you want people coming to your house and rummaging? He's like, no, I don't care. He's like, I've done this before. He's like, I want pennies on the dollar of what I paid for this stuff. He just wants a little bit. He doesn't want like even half of what he paid for it.
Right.
So I'm telling you, if you want an in for your guy, or if you're a guy and you are about 5'10" and wear large or extra large tops, if your waist is like 36 to 38 and your inseam is like 30 to 32, those are the ranges of trash bags full of designer stuff that he's given away.
Does he need to use my clothing racks to display this stuff?
I asked him about that. I said, I can bring you some clothing racks, because how are people going to go?
Because I have them for my swap parties.
Right.
Not that I just keep clothing racks for no reason.
He said he has clothing racks.
He does? Well, does he need a couple more? We have them.
I don't know.
So he can't be selling stuff out of trash bags.
So here is Jeff's cell phone number.
Tell him, make him email you for it. Right? The people are serious.
Me to do this. Well, maybe, okay.
It's an extra step, It's
an extra step.
And that way people who are really serious and not just want to harass bad influence Jeff.
Okay. Jeff was cool with this because he thought, well, I mean, since y'all are friends of mine and you have friends that listen to your podcast, I'd be more comfortable talking to those people than I would just anybody on Facebook Marketplace. You see
Whatever
what I'm
you
saying?
think. If you want to give it out, do it. But I personally think you should have people email you for the phone number.
Email me at podcast@kellyandallen.com. And if you're interested in talking to Jeff about these clothes, I'll give you his cell phone number.
Yeah.
How's that?
That sounds good.
Okay.
And then there might be people who are listening. I know we have listeners in, I don't know, Montana. And maybe he could take some snap. If people like, what do you have? I'm looking for this.
Oh, he said he'd do it
I'm
virtually.
interested. Yeah. I'm interested in your Christian Louboutin.
Yeah.
And then maybe he can send pictures and they can, he can still mail it to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Maybe they could work something out like that. You
Yeah.
don't have to be in the immediate Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area.
Jeff wears size 10 shoes.
Oh, that's why you couldn't get any of his shoes.
Nah, I couldn't get any of the shoes because
Dang.
I wear size 12s.
Sometimes 11 and a half. Or often an 11 and a half. Let's just be honest.
When it's cold. So yeah, that was fun. We went through all his stuff. I got some really nice stuff, but he's got some really great stuff to sell. And like I said, Jeff is very reasonable. He's not looking to screw anybody. He's just wanted to get a little money back. And one thing I didn't mention, a lot of this stuff still has the tax on it.
I know.
That's why I think Jeff has a little bit of a shopping problem.
I've already non-professionally analyzed him.
Because he's got all kinds of stuff that is still on the hanger with the tag on it.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
So anyway.
It is crazy.
Okay, that's that.
I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business. So go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich.
You want to tell everybody, and this will segue into my clapback. Tell everybody what we did the other night that was kind of a surprise.
Oh, Alan took me on a surprise date. He wouldn't tell me where it was. And I just said, well, how do I dress for it? And he said, like we're going to a nice steakhouse, something like that. And I was convinced, he said, it's a new place. Neither of us have ever been before. And I was convinced it was going to be this new place I saw on the Dallas Tollway called Gibson's, because on the sign, it has a big martini glass. And I figured that's where he's taking me. He's driven by this place and he's seen the sign, and I'm not going to keep guessing because I don't want to spoil a surprise. So I'm not going to keep guessing. So that night, was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Saturday night, we had a 6 p.m. reservation. That is prime time for Kellie Raspberry Evans and Alan Evans to go out to dinner. That way we could be home 8:30, putting on our stretchy pants and getting ready for bed. Perfect. So we're going south on the tollway. I'm like, we're going to go to Gibson's. I bet it. And then we just passed by that restaurant. I was like, well, darn it. That's where I thought you were taking me. He's like, no, but anyway, he was kind of a little bit dropping hints. We get off on the road, and as we're approaching, I figured it out. It's the old Lowry Steakhouse on the tollway. If you're in the Dallas area, it's on the service road about, what would you say, Spring Valley Tollway?
Close to the Galleria.
Close to the Galleria.
If you know where that is.
So, but it's been converted into this upscale Italian restaurant. Now, last year when Alan took me he surprised me with another date. Apparently, he likes to surprise me about once a year. But he took me to the Star Wars Symphony. The Dallas Symphony did a Star Wars musical presentation. And he took me to dinner that night right across the street at this restaurant called Stella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stella?
Yeah, Italian.
And it was an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
So this is the sister restaurant of Stella, but a different concept. It's almost like it throws you back into the 20s and 30s, kind of the speakeasy vibe, kind of a gangsta vibe.
Art Deco
vibe. And you walk in, and to the left is a big dining room. Straight ahead of you is a beautiful bar. And to the right is a lounge area. And they have a lot of tables where you can sit down and have dinner. And then on the stage is live music.
Yeah. And think Goodfellas, like the little round tables with the white tablecloths on them.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the waitresses, I saw a couple of food runners that were men, but all the wait staff seemed to be ladies, unless I missed something. Dressed so cute, so chic, so Italian, just so cute. And anyway, at 6:00 at night, they had a gentleman up on the stage, and he was a one-man show. He had like the keys, but he also had a machine where he could, play background vocals and mix stuff. And he was singing Hall & Oates, Prince, Hootie and the Blowfish, but it was great, putting his little spin on it.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire. He had a saxophone. He'd get up and, play the sax.
A lot of yacht rock.
Yacht rock. That's the perfect place to put it.
Into yacht rock.
Love yacht rock. That's our jam. But they also have like a drum kit and everything set up on the stage. So I think at a certain point in the night, he steps aside, and I think it becomes jazz. We were out of there before that happened. What we found out is you've got a 2-hour limit to sit at that dinner table because they are turning the tables. Now, what if you're not ready to leave after 2 hours? That's okay. You can stay, but you have to give up your table. They have a couple of little two tops up front next to the stage where you can go there and linger and have a cocktail and listen to the music, or you can move back to the bar area. Okay, so that's the whole vibe of this place. Now, Boss Man George had gone, and he said they looked online, and according to all the reviews, you are not getting out of there for under $100 per person.
Amen.
And they are not lying.
They weren't lying.
Now, you could go in there. We could have, now that we know what we're doing, we would do it different the next time. But of course, when you go to Italian restaurants, and it was a lovely surprise, by the way, honey. It was a very lovely surprise. Everybody I've talked to, they're so excited. They all want to go. They want to go back with us. That's fine. But we will do it different the next time. Our lovely waitress asked for Noelle. She was wonderful.
She was great.
She was great. So personable. Well, just ask for Noelle. She ain't giving us kickback.
Yeah.
We loved her. She said, the way you do with Italian dining is you do courses. You start with the salad course, then you do like an appetizer, entree, and it's not even an entree. It's like you do a pre-entree and an entree. I forget, they have the names for them. She was really pushing the lasagna because Nonna had been in the back in the restaurant all day cooking that lasagna.
Yes.
So
we got the lasagna.
We fell for it.
Yeah.
We split a salad. We ordered the lasagna.
Worth it.
Very good.
Oh.
And then we each ordered an entree. See, now going back next time, I'm not doing that. I'm ordering the lasagna and I'm done. I don't need the salad, lasagna, and an entree, right? We don't.
It was
need
a
to do
lot
that.
of food.
You don't need to do all
Yeah.
that. But when you're going for the first time and you're trying to experience the whole thing, we did the whole thing.
And I had a steak, and Kelly had fish.
And we each had a cocktail.
We had bread. I had multiple cocktails.
You had one, I thought. I had two.
No, I had two.
You had two?
I had two.
Okay, so I had.
That's why it was $9 million.
I had my slightly dirty martini at the beginning of the night. And then at the end of the night, when it's supposed to be the dessert course, I said, I'll have a dessert martini. And I had a creamy pistachio martini that was so good.
Because you're so creamy.
Yeah, I like creamy things.
You're very creamy.
So that's what we did. Was it a little expensive? Yes. This is a special occasion restaurant, in my opinion. Some people might be able to ball like that all the time. I don't think we're ballers like that all the time.
So if I can back up just a hair.
But I did good, right, with the description?
Yeah, that was perfect,
Okay,
man. That
good.
was great. And the place is called La Stella's Italian Steakhouse. I don't know if we ever mentioned the name. The other
Well, I
place
said
is,
it's the sister to Stella,
Yeah.
but it's, La Stella
This
Italian Steakhouse.
this one's a steakhouse. The
But it
other
is
one is an
Italian.
Italian restaurant. It's a fine dining Italian restaurant.
This is in a fine dining Italian steakhouse.
Right. They're a little bit different.
A little bit.
But anyway, so let me try to segue into this clapback. Okay, and I have an undeserved, unfounded reputation on this podcast, on my podcast,
I don't even know what you're going to say, honey.
for giving Kelly a hard time for, and I see the text messages, I see the DMs, I see the emails. Y'all need to be nicer to Kelly. You need to be nicer to Kelly, Alan. Been listening to her since 1842. You know what? Can't believe she married you in the first place. You dummy.
How many times do I hear
You
that?
need to be nicer to. You be nice.
Yeah, that's about how it
But
goes.
if you knew how Kelly speaks to me in this house and on dates, you would be horrified. You would be mortified. And that leads us into this dinner that Kelly is talking about. Now, let me back up a little bit. For about a week, I planned this. I went to multiple restaurants that I thought Kelly would like. It was only a week out, so I was having a hard time getting reservations. I was using OpenTable. I was online. I was making phone calls. I was like, I want to do a really nice date with Kelly just to do it.
I was like, why?
Just to celebrate life.
Just life? Okay.
And just have fun with my wife.
I'm fun. Tell everybody I'm fun.
So
Alan.
you're fun. So I'm on OpenTable. I'm on all these things, and I can't get a reservation anywhere. So I'm finally like, crap.
Not at 6:00.
Yeah, I'm finally like, crap. I really want to go to this La Stella Steakhouse, but they had like a 4:00 and like a 9. I'm like, okay, we're not 70, so I'm not eating.
We're
at 4.
close.
We're getting there, but I'm not eating at 4. And you and I would be asleep at 9. Okay, we'd have our face down in our lasagna.
Those days are over.
At 10 o'clock. So they had this little feature on OpenTable where I could say, well, notify me when something becomes available.
I've never seen that feature, but I'm glad to know it's there.
I did that. And then, I don't know, that same day, bloop, bloop, notification. La Stella has a reservation for you for 2 in the lounge, which I requested.
Exactly where you
which
wanted.
I requested at 6 p.m. I immediately clicked accept. Now, they had a policy where they needed $50. They're like, you put down $50 and make sure you're going to show up. If you don't show up, we're going to charge you the $50. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Do they apply that to the bill or it just goes away when you show up?
No, it just went away.
Okay.
It just went away. They would have charged us if we were a no-show, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, told Kellie that we were doing something fun, like she mentioned. We had to get cleaned up, put on nice clothes.
We had to take showers.
I got the car all
I
done.
shaved my legs.
Got the car nice and clean and put in a lot of effort into this to make sure my wife was going to have a good time at this restaurant.
And I did.
And you did. So then remember everything that Kellie just said about us walking in the beautiful restaurant and sitting in the lounge together and sitting and having cocktails and laughing and smiling and eating our wonderful lasagna and steak and fish and the live entertainment and everything that A-Train had planned. It had come to
fruition.
Going
off without a hitch.
Went off without a hitch. We had a wonderful...
Until the bill came.
yeah, good call. We had a wonderful time. So then we're sitting there just kind of finishing up after dinner, listening to the live entertainment. And like Kellie said, we only had 2 hours. So we had to get up and leave pretty soon. This was getting to be about 8 o'clock. And the live entertainment is singing Prince. You don't have to be beautiful to be my girl. You don't have to be.
What are you doing? He wants me to jump in. How do you jump in with that? There's nobody. Prince himself could have not jumped in. Where do you jump in with that?
So the guy is singing Prince. He's singing Kiss, okay?
You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to be my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your cheers. Okay. Now I'm a good sport all of a sudden.
So
okay.
He rolls through that song.
Right.
He rolled through Kiss.
Right. I have no idea what I said.
So Kellie, after all this planning and this wonderful dinner and this entire night where we're just having this wonderful time, Kellie looks over at me and she says, do you remember when you took me to Lubbock the first time? And I said, yeah, babe,
yeah.
I remember. Yeah. And she said, yeah, we listened to, you made a Prince playlist and we listened to the Prince playlist
the whole drive.
Yeah, the entire way. And I just kind of looked into her eyes and I said, yeah, that was a lot of fun. She looks at me and says, yeah, you used to put real effort into this.
I did not say that. I did not say that. If I said it, I obviously was joking.
You 100% said
it was joke.
Because I immediately went to the notes app. You used to put in real effort
into our relationship. Yeah, I probably was just joking because that was probably being sarcastic since you'd done all the effort to make that reservation for us. See?
I'm just reporting the facts.
Babe, obviously I was being sarcastic. I was like sitting here like, what did I say?
Well,
that's not even a legit.
I have it right here.
That's not legit. That does not count.
You used to put in real effort, babe.
Obviously being sarcastic.
Okay, there it is. We'll let the listener decide. But there you go. There's Kellie Claps back. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while.
When that huge bill comes and I say you should put in real effort, that was obviously a joke and not a clapback.
You say yudge. Wow. That was a long story, but
it was a long story for very little payoff, in my opinion.
Big payoff. Big payoff. And here's how we're going to bring it home for Jerome. Unless you got anything else?
I always have stuff, but I can always save it.
Okay. Well, you can do either. Do you want me to bring it home for Jerome?
Well, it depends on what you're going to say. I don't even know.
This was the family text thing.
Oh, yeah. The BOTA match.
Yeah. And I know, okay, this happens to me every once in a while. And I'm usually just happy-go-lucky AE minding my own business when this happens. The couple that come to mind were, if you go back and listen years ago, the coffee, tea incident with the barista.
Yeah.
He was going to tell me that what I was drinking was coffee.
And
it
you
was,
knew good and well it was tea.
well, I tasted it. It was tea.
Tea.
And he said, no, that's coffee. And I said, no, this is tea. And then we got into that, and then
And he wouldn't drink after you, so how could he tell?
and then he snatched the cup away and said, well, I'll just remake it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, please do. Something like that. Remember that?
Yeah, please show me.
And then when I was at Homie D's and the guy told me I couldn't grow grass under the magnolia tree. And
Wasn't
I said,
he right about that though?
well, he ended up being right about it.
Yeah.
But at the time I told him that he was wrong about it.
And yet he wasn't.
Yeah. So when I say BOTA, if you're a new listener, BOTA is Battle of the Assholes. Typically happens when I'm minding my own business and then I'm confronted, and then I try to sometimes smooth out the situation, but then when they keep pecking at me, then I become the asshole.
You try to win at that point.
Right. And then there's a battle. Remember that game you played?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em. There's asshole red and asshole blue.
Yes.
And they're just doing this.
Until somebody's head pops off.
Right.
Right.
So let me try to set the scene here. Walking my two little fluffy dogs, Larry and Zoe and Larry.
Both small dogs, very cute.
Larry came up and wanted to walk. I was like, wow.
Very unusual.
Very unusual. I'm like, let's go, dog. We're going to do this. Throw the leash on Larry. Throw the leash on Zoe.
Got your poop bags.
Got my poop bags. Got my fanny pack. Got my big cushy on cloud shoes on. Got my hat on. And we are just matriculating down the neighborhood. Just making good time. Just walking. Every once in a while, let them sniff. Take a leak. Take a poop. Walk. Pick up the poop. Walk. Okay. I'm in my own neighborhood. In the suburbs.
This is key to the story.
Yes. I'm not in New York City. I'm not in Chicago.
You're in a neighborhood that has sidewalks.
Good call. I'm not in LA. I'm not in any big metro area.
You're in the suburbs in a neighborhood with an HOA and sidewalks.
I'm in Plano, Texas, USA, God's country, walking my two fluffy dogs with a fanny pack on. Okay. So I'm walking and I'm about to cross a street, and I cross the street. Okay. Now I'm crossing it like diagonally. I'm not crossing it like straight. I'm crossing it kind of like diagonally because I'm kind of cutting. I'm walking on sidewalks, walking in the street,
Is
cutting
that
streets.
Good pedestrian etiquette?
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm in a residential area where pedestrians have the right of way, right?
True.
Okay.
But I think there is an onus on the pedestrian to show proper pedestrian etiquette.
Well, the anus is actually on a driver. The pedestrian always has the right of way.
But that doesn't mean you get to be a jerk, even though you have the right to be.
Now, I'm crossing this street diagonally with my two little fluffy dogs, okay? My sister sends me a text. I look down at my phone, and I have my earpods in. So I'm texting.
In that moment, as you're crossing, you're crossing diagonally, texting, and not watching where you're going.
Well, so I hear a and I'm like, it scared that out of me.
Right.
I'm like, I turned around, and there is a Lexus.
I love Lexus.
Yeah, nice car. It was maybe 3 feet from me.
Whoa, that's a close call.
So when someone's that close, right behind you, and you look, and I looked at the driver, we are staring each other down, eye to eye. And at first, I'm like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, my first reaction was, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the way. But then she gave me now, she was probably 97 years old.
Let's be more realistic. How old do you think she really was?
95.
Okay.
So
you're saying she was too old to be driving in the first place?
She's looking at me with bloodshot red eyes, veins in her neck, a vein in her forehead.
Wow, you were close enough to see all that.
I was close enough to see that, looking at me like, what in the hell are you doing in the road right now?
What were you doing? Not paying attention.
I was trying to cross.
Not paying attention.
So when I saw her like looking at me really mean and then kind of shook her head, then BOTA came out.
Oh, okay. You got defensive.
Well, I got out of the way and I'm like, sorry, like did one of those, like raise my hands, like, like, sorry.
I'm sure it was very friendly. Sorry.
Yeah. And then she's like muttering under her breath and then she goes, and then speeds around me.
She floored it.
Yes.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Now, as she's driving away, I didn't gesture. I didn't do anything lewd. I didn't do anything boorish. Because
What did you do?
This is probably somebody's Mimi. This could be somebody's great Gigi.
Or she could be an old spinster that's never married or procreated.
Probably that. But anyway, I might have under my breath muttered, whatever, you old bag.
Bag. Okay. Under your breath.
And then I didn't feel good about that.
Right.
I thought, you know what? I just went down to her level.
The old bag level.
So, listener, who is in
The moral of the story is that was the whole story?
That's the whole story.
She didn't gesture at you.
She might have.
She didn't flip you off. Anything?
She might have. Babe, she was like 98 years old.
You probably scared the crap out of her when you were in the road and she almost hit you.
Well, see, I'm going back and forth with my family because I immediately text everybody on the family text.
The big family text blow
Right,
up.
right.
I'm on the radio
Yeah.
and suddenly my phone's blowing up and I'm just having to ignore it all. I've learned my lesson about leaving the family group text because then I can't get back in. So I just have to let it play out without commentary.
So I said to my family, I'm like, you know what? She probably saw a really big, dark, tattooed man
With miniature dogs?
with two little fluffy dogs. And she thought, I don't know what this whole scene is, but why is it in my way? Why is this in my way? And he needs to move. I was just minding my own business.
Well, I think tempers, it was a very touchy situation and tempers flared. You know, I almost ran over somebody last night, but you know what happened? Nothing. I just waved and went, I'm sorry. And they were like, no problem. And they just went on their way. That's how it can happen, people, in a kinder, gentler world.
So our live studio audience is always very, very helpful.
Are they usually on your side or everybody
I'd
else's?
say they're usually on my side. They've actually passed a note to one of our producers, and they've passed that note to me. In Texas suburban neighborhoods, walkers generally have the right of way in marked and unmarked crosswalks at intersections.
What if you're cutting catty corner diagonal? Can you create your own passageway?
And when crossing driveways or alleys. This is a gray area. Drivers are required to stop for pedestrians, but pedestrians must also exercise caution and not cross blindly.
Etiquette. It's etiquette. And as Alan admitted, which I don't think he included in the group text, but for some reason decided to share it with our podcast family, he was looking down on his phone, texting while walking. And that is very dangerous, Alan. People have had tragic consequences doing that.
That's true. Seriously, that is true. That is true. Because and I might be embellishing this whole story just a little bit. But that's kind of what happened. She didn't like that I was in her way. I got honked.
And you don't like that.
I made a gesture
and we
sorry.
Yeah,
and then she went
defensive.
And then she went,
yeah, that's not cool.
That all happened.
But you know what? The good thing is nobody got hurt other than some feelings. Right?
Yeah, but like you're saying, as a pedestrian, you do public service announcement because I see this stat a lot because I get a lot of motorcycle stuff in my my feed. But you know, a lot of people, and we know this, riding a motorcycle is a risky proposition. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's more dangerous than driving a car. 5,000 people are killed in motorcycle accidents every year. But did you know 7,000 pedestrians are killed
No, I didn't.
every year.
Wow.
More pedestrians are killed in accidents than are motorcycle riders every year.
Well, I think a lot of pedestrians take for granted. I have the right of way, they have to stop. Well, you're also assuming the person behind the wheel isn't texting or isn't, looking, they drop something and they're looking for it. You're assuming the person driving is paying attention. So just because legally you have the right of way, you still have to stop and let the bozos go sometime. I was looking to my left, waiting for somebody to pass. And once that person passed, I started to pull out. I didn't see these other people walking to my right. And I immediately slammed on brakes. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, don't worry about it. But it could have been, I saw a video the other day of this woman that happened. The people were trying to turn right in the traffic and they were looking to their left. And did you see the video? And this woman was coming up on the sidewalk. So the person was pulling out, watching traffic, but didn't check one more time to see if anybody was coming. And that woman started wailing on the car,
Whoa.
like kicking it and beating it and screaming and blocking the person and wouldn't let them out because they were so angry they were almost hit. So, I mean, who's in the right there? I mean, people make mistakes. Thankfully,
of
there
course.
wasn't a tragic consequence.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know how fast she was going.
Because she was just there honking
She was just
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, she was right next to me honking, and I was like, "Oh gosh, I didn't even know you were there."
Also, you're wearing earbuds.
I had my earbuds in.
So when I was training for a 5K many years ago, the number one rule is they would not let us wear earbuds because you cannot hear people coming up behind you.
Right.
You can't hear approaching cars. You can't. So we had, people are like, I can't run without music. I did. You can. You don't want to. But that way you can hear the ambient noise around you and you can hear a car approaching and you can, take the necessary measures to move out of the way.
Yeah.
So that's another thing is wearing your headphones while walking.
Yeah. Lots of lessons learned there.
Lots of lessons. Thank God you're here to share the story and tell the tale.
Lots of lessons learned. But, right up here, babe, at the corner of like just Parkwood and Legacy, not a month ago, there was a car wreck, but there were just people standing at the corner and they got killed.
Because the ricocheted on them?
Yeah, ricocheted. The cars ricocheted and hit them. And they were just standing.
Know that?
Yeah, just right here. They were
I didn't know that.
They were just standing there.
That's awful.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Being a pedestrian is, in a lot of cases, you got to watch what you're doing. Shame on me for kind of not watching what I was doing.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, if I'm crossing a street, I probably shouldn't have my head down and my earbuds in, right? I should be looking around like I'm crossing a street here.
Yeah.
But I was walking the dogs. My sister texted me. I just looked down and I'm crossing the street, texting her back.
That fast.
And then the next thing I know, there's somebody honking at me. I'm like, oh, sorry. But then when I saw she was really angry, I was like, This happens in our family a lot.
What? Which part?
My dad, he tells this story and it just every time he tells it, and I can't tell it like he will. It won't translate, but
Are you going to tell it anyway?
can maybe I
You can tell it, but again, like you said, it might not translate.
So maybe this is a family thing, but this goes back to the 80s. Do you remember a character in the 80s and he was called Rude Dog? I think, remember Ocean Pacific, OP?
Yeah.
I think, didn't OP and Rude Dog have like a collaboration or
I
something?
don't know.
And
I looked up the Rude Dog, so I know what you're talking about.
in the 80s, there was this character called Rude Dog, and he was a white dog, and he had like a triangle head, and it was like, I think it was kind of like beachwear or something. Anyway, back in the 80s, my dad, he had a Rude Dog t-shirt. And it said something like "Stay Rude" or something like that. That was their bit, right? The Rude Dog. It was like a cartoon dog with a triangle head. So my dad tells this story. One time he had a truck and he pulls up to the gas pump to fill up his truck. And he gets out of the truck and he unscrews the gas cap, grabs the gas pump, and starts to fill up his truck. And he said, at which point, from behind the pump, he describes this as a very old lady.
Maybe 92 to 95.
Right. That just appeared from behind the pump. And my dad said she was red. Like he described veins, bloodshot eyes, red.
Do you think it's the same woman that almost ran over you?
This was back in the 80s, so I don't think so. And he said she leans over, looks at my dad and says, "You're so rude. you're just the rudest thing. And then she just got in her car and left. And he says he thought she thought he snatched the pump away from her.
Mm-hmm.
But
he never even saw her.
He never even saw her. He just grabbed the pump and started filling his truck up. Coincidentally, he had his rude dog t-shirt on.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
I love that story.
Again, his dad might tell about it.
My dad tells it way better, listener, because I'm doing this third party. But every time my dad tells that stupid story, I just wail because it's so stupid. Like, he's standing there in his
rude dog shirt.
Dog t-shirt. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Well, there you go.
On that note.
All right. You're so rude. You're just the rudest thing.
Well, thank y'all for being here for this podcast today. Started with Britney DUI, ended with Alan almost being killed in a pedestrian accident. You never know where the podcast is going to go, twist or turn.
What if she thought I was rude?
Probably
She was speeding around me. She's like, oh, that guy's rude.
Wouldn't it be something if those two old ladies were related? Who knows? Anyway, as Alan said earlier in the podcast, we still have some Get It Babe and a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast logo hats available. If you go to kellyandalan.com/shop, you can buy those. They're $25 each. And, we're not making any money on them. We're just trying to clear them out. You can also go to, what's the email address?
Podcast@kellyandalan.com.
Podcast@kellyandalan.com. If you're interested in doing any shopping in Bad Influence Jeff's closet, Alan can get y'all connected that way. And if you have any questions, anything you want to address with us, anything you want us to answer, I know in our chat room, if you ever want to watch us record the podcast live, we do it on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, add a sandwich and some lovin', and you'll get notified when we record live. Typically, we record on Wednesday nights. We happen to be recording in the middle of the day on a Thursday. That's the way it works out sometimes. You'll get notified and you can join us in the live chat. But I had somebody that said they have like a relationship question they want to ask Alan. So we get all sorts of, whatever you want to ask, comment on, go to podcast@kellyandalan.com. And then follow us on social media. I'm at Kellie Raspberry on Instagram, at Kellie Raspberry Evans on Facebook.
Mostly do a lot of my social media on @thealonzo1971.
Mm-hmm.
That's my real account.
And we also have Add a Sandwich and Some Lovin' on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Wacky does a great job with the @a sandwich and some love on Instagram.
Yeah, so follow us there. We'd appreciate that. And, if you follow us on the podcast, like and subscribe, give us that 5-star rating, whatever people are supposed to say when they wrap up their podcast. We'd really appreciate it.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm going to save everything else for the next one, honey.
Okay. Man, I'm wore out after that. I just relived a clapback, a BOTA match. Whew, I'm tired.
Not as tired as I am. I guarantee you that.
Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
I love La Stella Italian Steakhouse desperately.
Hashtag not an ad. Trust me.
Hashtag
we paid for that.
Oh, we're still paying for that. And I love our listeners desperately. I think I already said that. But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.